Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our May 22nd, 2025 Parent Involvement Committee live stream. This will be our final live stream for this school year, so we're super excited to jump into it. We always start with our land acknowledgement. We begin by acknowledging the land and our responsibility to care for and respect all that provides us with life. This land upon which HDSB is situated is on the ancestral treaty and tidal lands of the Anishinaabeg, Ojibwe, Michizagig Nation, now known as the Mississaugas of the Credit. Michizagig territory in the past and present continues to host both Indigenous and non-Indigenous peoples. The HDSB is committed to continuous knowledge building with respect to actions that address and resolve the ongoing impacts of colonialism. We do this by learning and understanding the true history, treaty obligations, duties and responsibilities, and Indigenous rights while actively maintaining mutually beneficial relationships and collectively respecting and caring for the land. This is tonight's agenda. Our first order of business is the passing of minutes from our last meeting, which was on April 10th of this year. If I can get somebody to put a motion forward, please, from our committee. Jennifer, great. And if I can get somebody to second it. We need somebody to second it. Perfect. Susan has seconded it. Thank you very much. Okay, so those minutes have been passed. As we covered last year, and I really wish that our great PIC conference co-chairs, Laura and Ali, could be on the call today, but they couldn't. They have worked really hard with the entire PIC conference committee to slowly move the date of the PIC conference towards the beginning of the year based on the feedback of all of our families across Halton. The general consensus from families was the conference is amazing, but it would be great if everybody could connect, network, do that amazing knowledge share and learning at the beginning of the school year so they can benefit from it throughout the entire school year. So listening to that, and I like to emphasize the PIC conference committee, which I'm not part of, but Ali, Laura, and a host of amazing individuals are on that committee. They've worked tirelessly to now move it to Saturday, November 15th at the regular location for the last several years, which is LC McGill High School in Milton, which is an amazing school. So a few things that we want to put out there in terms of putting planting a seed with everyone listening to this live stream is, how would you like to be involved? And we ask this because we want you to think about this and contact us before the ending of this school year so we know who the committee is, who the volunteers are, because as soon as the school year starts, we're going to be in planning mode, probably a little bit before. So if you'd like to be a volunteer, if you know of a great workshop presenter or a speaker, you can either reach out to myself or my co-chair, Sherry White. Our email addresses are at the end of this particular presentation, or you can go to your school council chair at your school or your PIC representative at your school and say, hey, I want to volunteer at that PIC conference, or I've got a great suggestion for a workshop presenter, and they can get in contact with us as well. In terms of PIC committee updates, not a whole lot. We're winding down. I know for myself personally, this is my last meeting as a co-chair, so my term is ending. It's been great, and I really want to encourage other parents across the region. You don't have to be on the committee. You don't have to have a formal role. Really, what we're trying to do is we're trying to encourage everybody to give your voice, give your feedback to help improve all different facets, really geared towards the multi-year plan that's been published recently for all of our students across the region. These are some of the proposed PIC meeting dates for next year. So I won't go through all of these, but some highlights. You can see here the live streams. There are several of them, about 5 of them throughout the year that happen sequentially. There are orientations in person. So thank God we've gone back to more in person as opposed to only virtual. So these are just a couple of dates to kind of highlight, to kind of have it there. But the main one is going to be our PIC conference in November. Now I'm going to pass it over to Superintendent Connor for her updates.
Thank you. And I just want to also welcome our co-chair, Sherry White, as well. Sherry, I know that you were racing to get here, and I didn't know if you wanted to say a few words or add anything before I jumped into some updates at all. Can you hear me okay, Sherry? I'm not so sure. She might be frozen. I think she may be. Okay, well, listen, I'll jump into some updates, and then I'm sure if Sherry would like to share some things, she'll do that in a few moments. Yeah, so a couple of terrific things to highlight. I just wanted on everybody's radar. I know you get lots of information shared with you from the school board about some things that are happening, and it seems like there are always things happening. I know both at the school and at the board level, but really highlighting some of the things that parents would, I hope, benefit from and have an interest in. One is the director's panel session, a virtual session that's happening Monday, May 26th, so this upcoming Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. It's a virtual event, of course, live streamed. And the focus of this director's panel series is to be able to talk through Indigenous rights and education, really understanding that shared responsibility in the ways in which the HDSB promotes Indigenous rights through education for students and staff that advances the knowledge of the true histories, responsibilities, and reconciliation, while amplifying Indigenous voices and addressing systemic barriers to support the achievement of Indigenous students. The director's panel gives a wonderful opportunity to highlight how the work of the multi-year plan really lives within our system. There is the opportunity also to share any questions that you may have, and that's kind of what they do is they, as you register, they seek those questions out so that they can be responsive to those during the session. But I would encourage all of us, there's lots of things I know that people want to know and understand what it looks like and how those experiences unfold within schools and the work that's happening within the board. So just a terrific opportunity there. The other piece that I would highlight is that the ministry for the current school year provided funding for school boards to be able to facilitate learning sessions, awareness opportunities for parent communities, particularly around the impacts of vaping on youth and how parents and guardians can support their children in terms of working through understanding the challenges of vaping and also how you can navigate that as a family and in support of your children. So what we have been able to pull together is a number of sessions that are being co-facilitated by the Halton Regional Public Health and some of our school administrators, secondary school administrators and vice principals within our system, as well as a virtual session that's actually happening right now. It's just about concluding in the moment. And the focus of the sessions really is about how as parents you can gain a better understanding about vaping, including how to see the risks, recognize some of the signs, and how you can talk to children about vaping and discovering the tools, strategies, and resources to support your child. And what I would say, I was a secondary administrator for about 20 years and have worked in the elementary panel as well. And I have 4 kids myself, I would say. That I think sometimes we think that's a secondary school conversation. And oftentimes educating, learning, and understanding about some of these areas and some of these things that your children may be exposed to just in the community or around other youth is really important conversations to engage even as children are younger and just kind of figuring out and stepping into some of those social circles as they get a little bit older and maybe are exposed to things they haven't been exposed to in the past. The sessions that we have that are in person, and we really, in working with public health, really knew the value of parents being able to have opportunities to talk to other parents and to share stories and to build their own understanding and looking at how they can actually support their children was through, again, the proposal and plan for what we had originally was, we still have right now 4 locations in Milton, Halton Hills, Oakville, and Burlington. in which there are sessions planned throughout the next 2 weeks. So that has gone out to all families virtually, in which session is facilitated with the support of childcare, with the support of transportation, and also refreshments and all those other things that we want to do to make it easy for families to engage. So I wanted that to be on everyone's radar. Registration actually closes tomorrow. So I would encourage anybody that hasn't yet committed to coming to please come, and really, even if next week you're thinking there's one that you can jump into, let us know so that we can plan for you. But wanted that to be on everybody's radar as a great opportunity for our parents and guardians, again, to be really connected to an important topic for their children. The very last thing I will highlight is really just the rich, wonderful, robust opportunities that we have for both our elementary and our secondary students throughout the summer months. Oftentimes we're busy in school and we think kind of that September to June evolution of what learning looks like. But there are just wonderful and incredible opportunities that children and adolescents can be involved in through the summer months that are fun and engaging and really positive and create some great learning experiences for them. This information has been shared to families directly, but I'll highlight a few things. I'll also share that I was principal of Gary Allen High School that facilitates all of these programs in terms of the continuing education programs. And the summer programs that we have serve about, I'm going to say, about 12 to 13,000 students throughout the summer in a rich range of programs. So a few things to highlight. There is our secondary school summer school programs. We have usually about 8,000 students that participate in those programs. We have a combination of either in-person credit courses, e-learning courses. We have half credit courses, full credit courses, and upgrade courses for some of our senior credit courses available to students, as well as Chisholm co-ops as well. So again, a whole range of opportunities in terms of credit granting experiences for students. We've had for the last many years a Reach Ahead credit available for our grade 8 students who want to get ahead in credit accumulation for high school in their grade 8 summer months going into grade 9. So that's a great opportunity as well. For the first time this year, we're offering summer travel credits. So both in career civics as well as some of our senior social science courses. We have opportunities for students to travel to different parts of the country, as well as across North America to engage in some really rich, wonderful learning through the summer school program. There are elementary, we call them elementary camps for literacy and numeracy also offered, which are 8-day camps for grades 2 to grade 5. And also I would share that there is our International Language Elementary program, which runs in person throughout the month of July. We usually have about 26 or 27 different international languages that are offered. It's a wonderful program, very engaging and lots of fun for children. So just some wonderful, great opportunities that students can get engaged in. All of those are funded through the Ministry of Education. Again, lots of options in terms of in-person, virtual options, etc. And the very last thing I would share, if you happen to have a grade 8 student going into grade 9, summer after grade 8 is also a wonderful time to start working through some volunteer hours. So our students in secondary schools need, of course, 40 community hours to be part of their Ontario Secondary School Diploma completion. And so if you have kind of that 13-year-old that perhaps isn't feeling like they want to be in camp but want to gain some great experiences, this is a great summer to jump into that for them and for all of our students. Give some great experience, great opportunities to support their community, and also great opportunity to build some skills that will help them lead into often jobs moving forward, summer jobs and other types of opportunities for them. So just, again, wanted to put that on folks' radar. I know it starts to feel like a quiet time as we move into the summer, but there's wonderful things that happen all year that are provided by the board that are just wonderful engaging opportunities for students across all levels, both elementary and secondary.
Okay, thank you for those updates, Superintendent Connor. Those are great. A lot of great opportunities coming up in the summer. It doesn't have to be a quiet time. Okay, next, we're going to move on to trustee updates. I see we have Trustee Zhang on the call, but in the agenda it says Trustee Ahmed is going to provide updates. So I don't know which trustee is providing the update.
Yeah, I will be doing the update. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, the floor is all yours.
Okay. So HDSB appointed new trustee Audrey Woodenhorst as Oakville Wards 5 and 7. We will see her in our board meeting in the new school year. Audrey replaces Kelly Amos, who served as trustee for many years, also a few years as the board chair. And HDSB also appointed Jenny Petco as the incoming Associate Director of Education. Petco replaces Tina Salmini, who will retire at the end of the school year. We thank Kelly and Tina's contribution and dedication for students, and also congratulations to Audrey Woodbenhorst and Jenny Petco. And the incoming weekend is the Toronto Doors Open Days. It is a great opportunity for parents and guardians to have a day trip with children to visit historical buildings, museums, parks, and communities. Let's celebrate the Canadian history, and also we can have an opportunity to celebrate the cultural diversity in Canada. And the last thing I want to say is the weather is nice in the early summer. Lots of children like to play sports on school properties in the evening. School may have graduations and other activities too in the evening. When we drive to the school, please pay more attention to the safety on school properties, especially on the playground and the parking spaces. We wish everyone have a happy summer break. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Trustee Zhang. Thank you for that. And yes, a great new trustee. So that is it for our meeting. I see my co-chair has joined. Sherry, I don't know if you want to say a few words to kind of close the meeting out. Okay, Sherry's mic might not be working. That's okay. That's okay. But yes, our next meeting is going to be fall 2025. This is my last meeting. It's been a pleasure. And if anyone has any questions, especially here's our email addresses. If you want to volunteer for that PIC conference, or you've got an idea for a great speaker, email us and we'll get it to the right folks. So thank you so much for your time and have a great evening.
Thank you, everyone. It was a great year.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Okay.